Welcome back to Car Future Wheelz. The 2026 Subaru Brat has returned, and it's bringing a bold new energy to a segment that's been quietly making the comeback: compact utility trucks. This isn't just a nostalgic nameplate thrown onto a crossover chassis. Subaru's taken the DNA of the original Brat, a quirky, capable, and funa, and reimagined it for modern drivers who want a mix of everyday usability, off-road versatility, and genuine personality. Let's start by walking around the vehicle, because visually, the 2026 Brat is unlike anything else on the road right now. At the front, Subaru has gone with a rugged yet sophisticated look. The grille is wider and more aggressive than what we've seen on their Outback or Forester. It features a dark hexagonal mesh design, flanked by slim LED matrix headlights that stretch back toward the fenders. The DRLs have a C-shaped signature, giving the Brat a sharp, high-tech presence even when parked. A matte black lower bumper with integrated tow hooks and a silver skid plate remind you that this isn't just about looks, it's ready for action. On the side profile, the Brat reveals its most unique design cue: the half pickup, half crossover silhouette. It rides on a slightly lifted version of Subaru's global platform, sitting higher than a typical SUV but lower than a traditional truck. The fender cladding is thick and muscular, but doesn't look like an afterthought. It's integrated seamlessly into the body, suggesting off-road durability. The wheel arch is house standard 17-inch alloy wheels, but you can spec it up to 18s or 19s depending on trim. The cab has a 4-door layout with frameless windows, keeping the coupe-like styling of the original Brat alive. Subaru also added a clever character line that flows from the front fender all the way through the rear tailgate, visually connecting the cabin to the bed in a fluid motion. Speaking of the back end, the 2026 Brat has one of the most talked about tailgates in the segment. The LED taillights are narrow and wide, with a connected light bar that runs the width of the rear. The tailgate itself is stamped with bold Brat lettering, paying homage to the vintage badge. It opens in both the traditional drop-down way and a sideways swing-out mod, ideal for tight city spaces or loading gear on trails. The bed is about 4.5 feet long, lined in a composite material that resists scratches and weathering. It's not trying to replace a full-size truck, but for camping gear, bikes, or weekend DIY supplies, it's plenty. Subaru even integrated a 400-watt inverter and a pair of tied-down rails as standard on all trims. Step inside the Brat is classic Subaru, clean, logical, and built with functionality in mind, but now with a notable bump in material quality and design flair. The dashboard is anchored by an 11.6-inch vertically oriented touchscreen, similar to what you'll find in the Legacy and Outback, but here it's been revised with quicker graphics and a simplified UI. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and the system supports over-the-air updates. Physical buttons haven't been completely banished either, thankfully. Below the screen, Subaru retained real knobs for volume and climate, which makes it easier to adjust while driving. The gauge cluster is a hybrid design on the base trim, but upper trims feature a full 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster with customizable displays, including pitch and roll data, tire pressure monitoring, and off-road telemetry. Seats are supportive and wide, with Subaru's new water-resistant tech weave upholstery on the mid-trims, and Napa leather on the top-spec Wilderness Edition. Front seats are heated across all variants, with ventilation on the Limited and Wilderness. In the back, there's ample legroom for a compact truck, thanks to clever packaging of the platform. The rear seats also feature a 60/40 split folding design, revealing a hidden underseat storage compartment for tools or valuables. Under the hood, performance-wise, the 2026 Brat offers two engine choices. The standard unit is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated boxer 4-cylinder making 191 horsepower and 182 pound-feet of torque. It's smooth, reliable, and great for daily driving or light hauling, but the real standout is the available turbocharged 2.4-liter boxer engine, lifted from the Ascend, cranking out 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. With this engine, the Brat can tow up to 3,500 pounds and hit 0-60 in just under 7 seconds, and not bad for a vehicle that's as much about utility as it is fun. Both engines are paired to Subaru's Lineartronic CVT, which has been retuned for quicker response. It's not a dual-clutch or a traditional automatic, but Subaru's done a good job simulating gear shifts and improving throttle feel. More importantly, symmetrical all-wheel drive is standard across the board, and it comes with X mode for low traction situations like snow, mud, or gravel. Ground clearance stands at 9.2 inches, and the Wilderness Edition bumps that up to 9.6, along with chunkier tires, off-road dampers, and improved approach, departure angles. Fuel economy for the base engine is rated at around 27 miles per gallon combined, while the turbo drops slightly to 24 combined. These numbers aren't groundbreaking, but they're competitive given the AWD system and weight. Subaru is also working on a hybrid version that's expected to drop sometime in 2027, using Toyota's e-Boxer tech. Safety, as you'd expect, is top tier. Subaru's latest EyeSight driver assistance suite is included on every Brat. That means adaptive cruise control, lane centering, pre-collision braking, and automatic emergency steering. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert are also standard, and a 360-degree camera system is available on the Limited and Wilderness trims. In terms of pricing, Subaru has been smart. The base model Brat starts at $29,995, which puts it squarely against competitors like the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz. The premium trim runs around $33,000, while the Limited pushes closer to $37,000 with all the tech and leather. The top-of-the-line Wilderness Edition, with all the off-road goodies, will cost around $40,000 fully loaded. That might sound steep, but you're getting the unique mix of capability, refinement, and design that really doesn't exist elsewhere in this size class. So, where does the 2026 Subaru Brat land in the grand scheme of modern compact pickups? Honestly, it might just be the sweet spot for people who want more flexibility than a crossover can offer, but don't need the size or fuel bills of a full-blown truck. It's quirky in all the right ways, practical in ways you didn't expect, and built with genuine Subaru toughness and safety in mind. The Brat nameplate might have started as a funky A70s oddball with jump seats in the back, but in 2026, it returns as a thoughtfully engineered, surprisingly refined, and adventure-ready vehicle that brings charm back to the compact truck world. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not, and in a market full of identity crises, that honesty makes it stand out. If you're someone who loves a road trip, wants to hit the trails on the weekend, but also needs to haul some mulch, the 2026 Subaru Brat could be your new best friend. Whether it's daily commutes, mountain escapes, or parking lot tailgates, it does it all, and it does it with style. Thanks for watching this review on Car Future Wheels. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2026 Subaru Brat, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive reviews of the latest cars, and drop a comment below. Would you take the Brat over a Maverick or a Santa Cruz? We want to hear what you think. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and keep your wheels turning toward the future.